Vaginus? That's a new one. No.
Vagina, penis,
Vagina. Vagina.
vagina.
Vaginas. How old are we? 12? 12.
Forever 17.
17 again. Great movie.
So you know that was a remake, right?
Where an old, washed up dude gets to be Zac Efron for a day. It's a remake?
Yeah, it's a remake.
Of what?
From the
It's a
original
Wonderful
17
Life?
again.
Okay. It's a Wonderful Life-esque. I didn't know it was like an actual old movie called 17 again. I thought it was just
Oh my
like, hey,
gosh.
what if we made It's a Wonderful Life, but it's like not Christmas and it's Zac Efron, everybody's favorite, every middle-aged wine mom's favorite jailbait. 17 again. That's the cold open.
It's the Full House Podcast with your host, Alex and Kelsey.
To the pool house.
And welcome back to the pool house. My name is Alex Mador. I'm joined by my good friend Kelsey. We are becoming, and we are coming.
Coming.
I'm gonna come. I haven't come in a very long time, folks. Believe me. Me, Donald Trump.
See Melania in, I don't know, since before the election.
Olympia, I miss you. Where did you go? He becomes a singer. I wrote a folk album for you, Melania. She's like, you can't say my name, right, motherfucker? We've been married for how long? Melania, I miss you. But you're a bitch, and it's your fault, Melania. I was inspired by Bob Dylan, but it's better than Dylan. Believe me. Some are
Well,
going
I-
Dylan 2.0. They're going bing, bing, bing with their little fingers. Anthony Fantanano said it's great. 0 out of 10 scores, which I'm a golfer, so that means perfect.
Tiger King asked for a
Lowest score wins, right? 0 out of 10. No strokes. I win. I win music. I win at music. I beat you up.
Wait, we're playing a dangerous game right now, especially with everything going on.
It's not politics. It's music talk.
No, it's
Donald
music.
Trump was writing a breakup album.
If he actually was, what if his passion in life was the art?
This is what he's doing next.
No, that's what if that's what was always his passion? That
It
was
was
like,
about the music. I just wanted to promote my album. It's called Kisses and Tears. I did it before that other sad boy could. I took the name. It doesn't even make sense anymore. There's a very important reason he picked that name, but for me, Donald J. Trump, it doesn't mean anything, but I like to take things that are important and stomp on them. I
like
to do-
little parents' dreams because I fucked up with the first 4.
We're sending them back home. About his own kids. We're sending them back. Get back in that womb. Get back in there. He's trying to push Don Jr. back.
Into his mother's grave.
Back in there. I have the receipt. It's his birth certificate. I have the receipt right here. The invoice from the hospital. If you want to see it, take him back. He's an embarrassment. Eric, too. Get rid of him.
And what's the one that he hates? Laura? Is it Laura? The Tiffany?
Does he hate her, or has she just not kissed his ass enough?
Well, that too, but also she's very outspoken Democrat and like is a very against her father. Like
I didn't know
he's
that.
he's always been about Ivanka, and even that before, before.
The hot daughter of mine, the one I would fuck, even though I'm her dad. Is it Sweet Home Alabama up in here? We're gonna rename the law. We're calling it Ivanka's Law. It's a law where it says that I, the president, can sleep with my daughter. She's just sitting there like, she's like, where's my choice? Why don't I have a say in this? Shut up, be quiet. You don't know better.
Not to go dark, but honestly, she's probably been groomed her entire life to think this is normal. I'm not laughing at this.
No, I would hope that she gets away from him. Free Ivanka. Free Ivanka. Hashtag free Ivanka. Make it on a shirt, folks. We're going to do it. And then get sued out the asses. We love you.
I cannot wait for the documentary because she's 43 now. I cannot wait for her documentary to come out in the next 20 years to be like, I never really knew how fucked up my life was until I really saw it in the mirror.
Shit.
Like, you know?
Do you think that's going to happen with them, with that dynasty, when it comes to an end, finally? If they don't
Maybe.
too much?
Or it's going to be their Hail Mary to salvage it.
Old. Like, he's going to go at some point. Like, he can't be
Please, too.
president forever.
Have you not seen the fucking troll hats he has on his fucking website?
Trump forever.
No, it's Trump. When's the next election? 28.
Yeah, not yeah. That I have, but he's doing a little trolling. It's
I know, but
distracting
his
from the Prime
followers,
Directive.
his followers are full like, yeah, third
It's
term. Or
distracting from Israel doing the war crimes. We're gonna let him. They said I'm gonna come, and I said that's fine. Come right on my face. That's what I said to them. That's what I said to Benny. I said to Bibi. I said right here, money shot right here, and I'll give. And then I gave him more money, 50 billion more, right after he nutted on my stomach. He's gonna hate this.
We are getting iced. We are getting so.
They show up to the door with the Smirnoff Ice. I'm going to be like, sorry, I don't drink. Get him out of here. He's no fun. He doesn't drink. Local man was deported for being 4 months sober. They tried to shove him back inside his mom. Put him back in. Put him back in. I'm like, no, she used to choke me. She's choking me then. This doesn't make sense. She's like, listen to the president, Alex. You can't do anything right. This is getting dark.
Sandal. I consider myself like a child of immigrants. I say it very loosely, even though there was tiger parenting involved where it's like slapped with a sandal. Relevant.
Sandal.
If you are a child of immigrants in America, the sandal is the worst.
You got hit with something as a child. The likelihood that you got hit with something. And listen, I'm like, what, second generation, technically? Like my mom was born here. Her siblings weren't, but she was. They're like heavily Americanized though, except for the choking and the strictness of, the competitiveness of the
abuse.
Yeah, the abuse. Thank you.
Thank you. I know you're dancing around it, but I'm like, no, Alex, it's just abuse.
Alex Mador in. My mom used to choke me.
Oh my gosh, you just sparked something in me right now. Okay. Okay, obviously we are consumers of TikTok, right?
Yes.
So I don't know if you've seen this recent push for a technical ad, but it's for an upcoming movie on Lifetime. But it feels so dystopian, because we saw it happening in real time, but now there's a movie about it. You remember Alana Thompson, aka Honey Boo Boo?
Yeah.
No, Lifetime. It's like the Gypsy Rose thing all over again, except it's like we saw everything on TV and now in real it's just, so they're doing a biopic of Alana Thompson, aka Honey Boo Boo, from her childhood. I don't know how far up it goes to, but the whole storyline, it's insane. It just feels weird because Alana introduces it saying this is my story that I can finally tell what happened to me, but it's through a biopic. And it's like the oh fuck, I forgot the name of the Hulu series, but the Gypsy Rose biopic. Which one? Both of them? Yeah.
The Honey Boo Boo family.
Yeah, and so it's bad. But so the last I saw for Alana Thompson, because I know one of her sisters passed within the past year from cancer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And oh yeah, had a whole family and everything. I think it wasn't Pumpkin. It was the other one. But and I feel bad for saying the other one, not to discredit her from the whole story, because her sisters obviously
they got abused.
They advocated for her too, because she was just a baby when they were teenagers. No, so it's just it feels I don't know why this one feels so weird. It's because when I was watching her on TV as a child, when I was an adolescent, and now here it's the whole thing. But I think the whole gist of it is people are we're gonna watch this for Alana, for her to make her money back, because her mom stole her money from her, right? All the Honey Boo Boo money she stole. I know, June.
Abhorrent.
And was a addict and everything too on top of it, but not to I know addiction is a disease, but it's just
when you get kids involved, when you drag kids into it, then I start losing sympathy points for you.
And so what was it? But so Alana is in nursing school the last that I saw, but so people are we're gonna she's doing the normal life thing.
No, that's
she's
escaping.
I know, and I was but so I was and so people are we're going to watch this so she can make that ad revenue money and make her money back and get what she deserved in the first place.
I'm going to watch it. That's going to be one I don't pirate. I'll pay to see it.
Yeah, but I hope she's still in nursing school. Girl better get that coin.
I know how to be a tiger mom. No, I'm kidding. I won't.
But dude, there's a lot of things going on. Like, cause also, I mean, in sad news in the drag community today, Jiggly Caliente passed away from season 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, it was just so sudden and out of no. You're not on the drag talk like I am, are you?
I'm not.
So Jiggly, aka, well, her name is Bianca Castro. This happened. This was a whole pivot really quick because apparently, she had serious health issues over the past month and had like a really serious infection that ended up that she had to have most of her right leg amputated.
Oh, ew.
And literally from 4 days ago till literally 15 hours ago, her family put the announcement on her social media saying she passed and please let us grieve at this time. And so, because obviously I'm like balls deep in like the drag community and like, LGBTQIA plus and what have you. It's like, I'm just seeing all the announcements like pop, 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 pop up on my feed. And I'm like, oh my God, Jiggly, what the fuck? What happened? It's just like snowballed so fast.
R.I.P.
Rip. Rest in power, bitch. We love you.
We love you, bitch. I love you, bitch. I'll never stop
It's
loving
called-
you, bitch.
It's called Forever 21, not Forever 41. Quote, Jiggly Caliente.
That's a good quote.
Right.
Forever.
Is she better? I mean, we also lost another drag queen earlier in this year with Viv in January. She was a part of Drag Race, like UK. I don't want to say what I think it was because I know it was confirmed what she passed of. But if I say the wrong thing, I feel like I would be doing a huge disservice because I'm not that up to date,
We don't have to go in those details.
But it's just like
It's sad. It's very sad. I celebrated a recent anniversary of the loss of somebody, and it's not easy, even after 11 years. You still have to cope with it. And I remember that being hard, talking about how he passed, because people always hold judgment or they have judgment, and you can feel it even if they don't say it. And then you start judging them because it's like they're already passed. Why are you judging them? Why are you trying to make a lesson out of this? Like, I don't know, like, well, this is why you don't do drugs. And it's like, I have never wanted to strangle somebody more than in that moment hearing it. Let alone from my own mother in the church at the funeral. I don't want to say it gets easier or that it's getting easier because there's still a lot of things about it that aren't easy, but time definitely does heal. And also, I don't know, like, where was I going with this? Mortality, death, loss. Just important to pay tribute to the people that you've lost. And
exactly.
it's never easy. And like little things, like making sure that quote from at the Forever 21, like that, like quotes like that live on. The person may not, but they still can, live on within us and through us.
That something like a quirky little quip like that, but
like phrases and pronunciations that like my friend used to use, just little subtle things. So I know he's still kind of there.
Like, I live off spite. Sorry, there's a point to this. I live off spite and pettiness where it's like, that's why I won't listen to a particular, well, I'm just going to call him out. Freaking Russ, that fucking rapper from Canada.
Ugh.
Right.
Douchebag.
It's just like whenever Lil Peep passed away, he tweeted some shit where it's like the glorification of drug use and hip hop.
Oh my God.
And that's like, he was fentanyl. He was like one of the big first cases.
That he was taking he was addicted to Xanax, and you're gonna shit on this guy for being going through it. Listen, as somebody who is again anniversary celebrating 8 years of no Xans, that is not
hell yeah
the fucking habit to break, because it's an endless loop where you wake up, you're confused, you're trying to figure out what happened the night before when you were blacked out. You don't know how many you took. You bought 7 are gone. And you're like, yeah. And like, did somebody steal them? And you're asking your friends, and they're like, yeah, motherfucker, you did from yourself. We had to tuck you in and turn you on your side, like the other night, and make sure you were still fucking breathing and not choking on your vomit. God bless them, by the way. And it's a never-ending cycle until it's over one of two ways.
And that goes for anything, honestly.
Any addiction ends up like that. Yeah.
And, like, at the end of the day, it's like, why are you like villainizing the victim when they were at the mercy of their addiction and they're still someone's like child, friend, partner,
They're
family
loved by
member? Like they're loved by somebody.
like, loss is going to make a huge impact on society, and like, so why use this time to stomp on
I
instead of
hope
just wishing for the best for their family and expressing condolences? I know we're not all great at that. It's not easy. Sometimes you could feel all the empathy in the world and you don't know what to say. Then just don't say anything. Don't say that. That's for sure.
like I'm over analyzing the fact where it's like when someone's coming to me with a distressing situation where it's like, hey, I sympathize for you even though I am not in your shoes. And like that's how I deal with it where it's like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what to do in this. Like there's been situations where I'm like, I don't know what to do in this situation right here, right now. But it's like try to alleviate it to the best of my capabilities so we can kind of move through it. And like you know what I mean? Like, you know,
Yeah. Yes. So like I'll deal with people at work who are about to like lose their animal or faced with like their animal's gonna die if they don't pay this huge ass fucking amount for surgery. And I've heard words come out of people's mouths like, I'm going to blow my brains out when I leave here. And I'm like, oh, whoa, hold up, hang on. And while some people at my job would probably hit the panic button underneath the desk that would call emergency services, I'm like, no, I got this. And I'll pull them aside and be like, hey, hang on. Let me listen to you first. Sometimes they just need somebody to listen, to get it all out, to make sense of it out loud, and to see that somebody else is taking it in. And to be there for somebody, and to be present, is sometimes all they need. You don't have to know exactly what to say. Definitely don't just talk out of your ass, which I have been guilty of plenty of times in the.
oh, same. Cause like not in the to like a full extent where it's like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're going like. What was it? I volunteered to work on a Saturday because that's like my boss is like, hey, you rarely ever have to work on a Saturday. It's just like if there's an event going on, like I was like, I self volunteer because I'm like, hey boss,
Volunteer, tribute.
say jump, I'll say how high because I want to keep this job. I'm so much happier. It's so good. It's a blessing. But like you know, I told one of my superiors that was there with me because like he was like, hey, I only have the capacity of being here for like the first hour because I have to go do other work after this. And I'm like, hey, no worries. And he finally got to see me like do my job in person. He's like, oh, I see what my boss saw in you because you know, but like I was like, you know, I kind of view it at like this particular role at events. Sorry, this is like drawn out, but where it's like, you know, in the movie Chicago, the musical, where the lawyer's doing the whole tap dance with the jury and all the talking and this and that. Like I was like,
Don't.
yeah,
But
I don't.
it sounds gay, but in a fun
No,
way. But in a fun way, in a way
like,
that I would enjoy. I love tap
I was,
dancing,
but I was like, I may not know.
and I'm also partial gay.
Hey,
That's
but
out
like
here.
my last role, I knew everything and anything, but now I'm in a new role in a new environment where I don't know everything and I don't need to know everything. But now I'm like, what the fuck do I do? But I was like, I told him like, it's a dance. It's literally a dance. It's a science, yet it's a dance. And I was like, I can kind of master the art of bullshit. And he was like, okay. And so then next thing you know, like I'm talking to these people doing this and that. And he was like the light bulb kind of finally hit where it's like, people just like you for you. They
Saying.
they want this, but at the same time, they really like it because of you, even though you don't like honestly, I only know like 25% of what I'm supposed to know. I'm not at full 100% yet.
That's okay because they trust you.
And so like I think it like oh my gosh, I don't know if I can say this on pod. We'll cut it worst case scenario, but literally you know, here I am in my whole, you know, campus director's office and we're chatting as usual and this guy walks up and like past his window and he's like who's that I don't recognize that person. Who's that?
You?
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna be very transparent. I was like, that guy looks very familiar, but I don't want to be that stereotypical white woman where it's like all young African American men look the same. Because I was like, no, there's no way that's him. Like maybe you're just mistaking yourself.
It's
That looks like
Obama.
someone. I was like, I think you're mistaking yourself, Kelsey. Like he looks familiar, but like don't assume, right?
Oh my
And
god.
so but so at the same time, once he was like, the security brought him to our office because they're like, hey, this guy wants to like, because we have a very secure office.
Kelsey, I'm here to take a tour.
Literally, right? But so he's sitting in a seat, but I was like, oh my gosh, I've been just chatting with my boss for the past hour. I have to pee like a racehorse. So I go to the washroom and I walk in front of this guy and I walk back. Like, I don't know if he's well, apparently he did see me because my boss goes up to him, like, say, hey, I'm so and so, like, and he was like, yeah, no, I know Kelsey. And I could hear that from my office. And I was like, oh my gosh, it is so and so. Holy shit. And so, like, my boss yells, Kelsey, get out here. And I was like, yes, sir. He was like, apparently you know this man. I was like, yes, I do. Gave him a hug, asked him about his kid. And we're talking. He was like, Kelsey, things have changed so dramatically since you left. And I just like, I'm looking for other options and this and that. I'm like, well, I'm glad. Like, I think fate behaved it because I didn't make an announcement that I was leaving my last job. And so he was like, this is freaking crazy because honestly, this was my first choice. And I was like, well, my butt wouldn't be in this chair if I had any concerns about the accreditation. I was like, you have all the prereqs needed. You have everything we need. Like, you just have to apply, and this is your projected start. And I was like, this is just crazy, but I think this was meant to be in its own right. But let's figure it out. Like, here's my email, here's my office number. Let's get talking because honestly, I want the best for you because you have a growing family. I mean, he's just a baby. He's in his early 20s. I'm like, okay, I want to figure out the best for you because that's what I was doing for you last time. And now I think it's going to get even better and better with the trajectory as to what we're looking at. But besides the point, Kelsey talk, sorry, over, done. And also, honestly,
So is Obama.
more, I'm not going to say exactly what they
Obama?
are. But no,
Obama.
I would love to work with Obama.
It's
Even the daughters.
I'm gonna get a call tomorrow. Alex, Barack Obama, please stop talking about my wife Michelle like that. Her name is not Michael. Michelle. It's not funny. I know that you're mocking the Republicans, but it really hurt her feelings. Okay, your words have power. I thought you knew that. I thought you learned that from the last situation with your ex. I thought you learned that, and I'm like, how do you know that? I'm the president. Yes, we can. Apparently, you fucking can.
No, it's honestly and realistically because I know Michelle's a bad bitch. Like she would show up to your doorstep with like the mouth guard in like
There's no phone call. It's
the mouth guard be like, I heard you talking shit, mouth guard, and she was like, you ready?
I'd be like, yeah.
Even
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And I don't give a fuck. And I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry.
She just gives you a fucking wedgie and like
I
a
pulled
twirly and a
I pulled down my pants and exposed my ass and bend over instinctively. Okay. I'm sorry. Where'd you get that paddle? I don't know.
she's like, bitch, you ain't even good enough for this, and smacks your ass.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. This is weird. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. He's just in the background doing that as that's happening. My neighbors are all outside. Like, this is the weirdest fucking shit always happens at this house as I'm getting spanked by Michelle. Call me Michael again.
Me and Hillary are in the background just recording it like, yeah, bitch.
I know. Somebody gets him to shut up.
You're just like, Kelsey, why? But I understand.
And they're all like, wait a minute, you're his co-host.
Like, yeah, but I'm over on the right side of history, brother.
Yes, we
Always will be.
And they're like, how much money are you willing to give to Israel, Kelsey?
No.
Bend over.
No.
Bend over. We're getting the paddle. Yes, we can. It says yes, we can on the paddle.
Oh my gosh.
What is wrong with us? I'm not even on anything. I'm just on caffeine. This is who I am.
Just reinstate with the whole Israel-Palestine thing. Well, war, not just thing, but war.
About that thing. It's like a bad breakup.
Yeah.
About that thing.
That thing, by the way.
Yahoo makes a YouTube video when its thumbnail about that thing, and it's just him like shrugging with a ukulele. YouTube apology.
Okay, I sound like an idiot because Palestine versus Israel has been going on for so long. Like, not just like this current war.
Versus Israel.
It has been ongoing for a long time.
Yes.
And like it's been going on for so long that the original plot has been lost through like literally the centuries, right?
Yeah, big time.
Okay. And so the consensus is if you're left leaning, you're pro Palestine. If you're right leaning, you're pro Israel. Is that correct? No.
It's all in limbo with this one. Here's why, I'll explain. So on like the right side, a lot of right wingers are like, what the fuck? Like, why are we giving I thought it was America first. Why are we giving our money to them and not to us? And then on the left side, there's a lot of people who are like, well, actually, it's anti-Semitic if you don't support Israel doing this.
Gosh, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, it's but those are the establishment Democrats. But the leftists are the ones who are like, wait a minute,
They're pro Israel.
why are you guys? No, are the ones who are like, wait a minute. Why are you guys not critically thinking about this here? Look at the scoreboard. Look at the death tolls. Look at the destruction. Who's clearly doing the war crimes here? Not the quote-unquote terrorists. They're critical leftists. The true left wing are critical of Israel, but the establishment Democrats, the general left-ish population that, like, Joe Biden voters, supports Israel. But on the right side, a lot of them support Israel too. But a lot of them are like, wait, what happened to America first? I don't support this because we should be taking care of us. And that's where the leftists and those right wingers meet up and are like, wait, do we agree on something? It's like uniting the people. It's like a musical. It's like, oh, two sides who never thought they'd believe in the same thing. La, 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 la. It's like a dude with a MAGA hat and then some like gay Latino man and they're holding hands and they're like, we're coming together. Because it's la-da-da-dee-da-da. Benjamin, suck my dick. Again, not on anything. Not drinking. I smoked a tiny bit.
I know. I'm not baffled at that. I'm just like, it's just
La-da-da.
the whole thing. The whole thing. I'm sorry. It's just the whole thing.
Israel the musical. How two sides were brought together because of one guy's bad decisions. One guy from Philadelphia's bad decisions. BB's from Philly.
You know how like last week you were like, I wish we were on like a video format because like my face is just like the whole like imagine the background where it's like the space and like the Pythagorean theorem in the background and all these other like physics things where I'm over here like I'm just like this is so confusing.
It goes
when it really
goes deeper than
it really should be not be. It should not be confusing. It's really simple. But at the same time, I'm like,
it's not red versus blue. It's humanist versus non. It's empaths versus blind.
Narcissist.
Awake versus asleep.
What?
Preservation versus sacrifice.
And that's why, like, again, like I was about to say, like, America shouldn't just be a fucking two-party system because that's like you said earlier, where it's like the pro-Israel leftists and Republicans, they have something to agree upon.
Yeah, we have too many ideas.
There's way more ideas than just
too
left
many
and
ideas
right
out there, folks.
There's at least 4 other parties where it's like people can be like, you know what, I can like really agree and align with this, even though there might be 1 or 2 points off.
And in the words of NWA, all you have to do is express yourself. I'm expressing with my full capabilities. Now I ended in correctional facilities or some shit like that. I don't know. Which is a great line because it's like, damn, they're trying to put you down for being yourself and don't let them. Like me when, the day after 9/11, we came to kindergarten.
9/11.
And they put up all those American flags and we had never done the Pledge of Allegiance. Like people think that was a normal thing that we did every single day.
No.
And it wasn't. Like we didn't start doing that until literally September 12th, 2000.
Yeah.
I came into class and all of a sudden we had 2 teachers. It was like they multiplied. It was like, what? Why? Couldn't handle us? Like, what? A bunch of kids? It wasn't like we were that troubling. Anyways, they stand us up and they're like, we're going to teach you this thing. You're going to do this Pledge of Allegiance. And she's teaching it to us and it just sounds gross to me. And they're like, this is going to stop the terrorists. I'm like 5 years old. And I don't raise my hand because I was back then. This was before every teacher after that would complain. He's so shy. Why does he never say anything? This is why. and I've never talked about this publicly. I didn't raise my hand. I blurted out, "How is saying this dumb thing gonna stop the terrorists by praying to a flag?" And the new teacher took me into a small, darkish room many times after that day to make me quiet. And from then on, in school, I was the shyest kid. Every parent-teacher conference, the biggest complaint was he never talks. He never talks. I know he's got ideas, but he never says anything. I don't know why. And then I'd get in trouble at home for it. I didn't know why, because I repressed everything. You know, it all comes back slowly. Clearly it was some post 9/11. Let's weed out the problems before they start type of thing. And they did, except they didn't, because I sat for the pledge every single day once I got to high school.
Same. I was doing that shit in middle school because I was like, why am I doing?
They called me a terrorist at school because I was the only non-white mixed guy and sitting for the pledge. It's okay. They didn't know better.
I remember in middle school for me, because I was like, you know, like not defiant, but I was like, I see no point in this because I hold I know this is going to sound like preachy, but like the only allegiance I hold is to, I know, again, preachy, is God or whoever rules the universe than myself. You know, like the only thing above me is whatever. The only thing that is above me is God or the universe, right?
The universe I pulled above me, but before that, it's me.
It's me. And I was like, my life, my livelihood, my personality, my beliefs is not based off of my nationality.
Based on the fucking flag.
Right. And I was like, and people are like, oh, you just have no American pride. I'm like, why the fuck does that matter?
About what you're saying, like every day, like that.
You're making a pledge.
Like that does hold power over you to say and like those words. Like read it silently to yourself, line by line, and then ask yourself, does this sound like something I really want to do? Have they really done anything for me other than fuck me over repeatedly? And I'm just giving them blind loyalty? Listen, my co-star a few days ago said not to do blind trust. I'm going to listen to that app. I'm going to be a white girl and listen to this app today. Yeah, I'm on co-star now. Follow me at... No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. I don't want people to know my astrology shit. You can do shit with that if you find out people's like numbers and stuff. So don't.
Right.
Keep
also, I doubt you and I should share our own because I'm very intrigued.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of numerology related things, and
I love that
ever
shit.
since I found out Kendrick is really into numerology and he hides that in his songs a lot intentionally. And it's like, oh, he's deep.
But not to backtrack too much, but I remember in middle school, 7th grade in particular, because our school was like, we had way too many students. So I was in one of the trailer classrooms that shared a classroom with this English teacher, but I was in
the trailer classroom.
Yeah, I was in the outdoor education classroom because
Were you in the program?
No. I was in the guns, hunting, archery, fishing program.
Oh, that's fun.
I love that shit.
That's awesome.
But like,
you weren't in they pump frequencies through you all day in a dark room.
No, that's terrifying. What the fuck?
See, we were in different programs.
Because my teacher had to leave. This was like, I think this might, because like, hello, Texas lore. He had to leave, and the English teacher had to take from the because they had the conjoining doors, had to take over watching over us for the day, even though she didn't. Oh my gosh, dude, there's even more lore behind that. I can't even go into details, but she hated me because I kind of got, as a child, I got her teenage daughter blacklisted from babysitting other kids in the community because she did some bad things. So her mother hated me because I told my parents, so babysitter did this and that and charged money, and I watched an R-rated movie. I didn't say R-rated movie. I was like, I watched a movie and it made me uncomfortable. And they're like, well, what's it called, honey? And I was like, it was this. And they're like, okay, we're gonna watch it because she charged our fucking pay-per-view. And let's see if like what happened. They're like, oh hell no. she got blacklisted, and so her mother had a vendetta against me, and she was
Nice.
the English teacher in the conjoining trailer, right? But so me and like 5 other people were sitting during the Pledge of Allegiance. She's like, I was like, bitch, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What's your
wow.
deal? She's like,
That's
obviously, looking back on that now, she's definitely a Trump supporter. If she's still alive, I hope she's not.
I mean, one time I mobilized my entire class behind the scenes to work to drive a teacher so insane he flipped out and finally got fired. I drove this man so insane. Like I got multiple of his classes involved on this. We called ourselves like the old teacher's name in her honors, Army, like Dumbledore's Army. It was like Order of the Phoenix shit. 3 different classes, all working
Love it.
together under my leadership. Of course. This is what they're talking about. Like I got to stop mobilizing people. Like for maybe 2 months. It took maybe 2 months because I got in trouble once, but like didn't go on my permanent record. Still have the cleanest permanent record in Ridgefield Public Schools history. Thank you very much, everybody. Anywho, I found all this guy's trigger points from A/B testing him psychologically, and I got everyone in on that. And I was like, he really doesn't like it if you do this. Like, he clearly has OCD about this one thing, so move this throughout the day and make sure he knows that you're doing it. Like, you're not going to get in that much trouble, don't worry. And eventually he threw a bottle of paint at someone. My fault. Oops. Man, that's fun. I forgot about that until just now.
Dude, I literally have been telling this story to like 2 other people because recently I did a teacher appreciation event for a local high school here. And first of all, when I first went to this high school, I was like, like growing up in the South, like like not Florida, definitely not Florida, but like I was like head cocking because I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is dress code nowadays? Because like back in my day, like over a decade. We did, but like no, like it was like my head was cocked because I saw like this girl that was like 15 years old tops, right, in this office because she had the girl before her with her brand name purse and like snootiness. She was like, I need to clock out because I have a fucking nail appointment at 1:30, and I was like,
What?
dude, it gets worse.
Wow.
But the girl behind her, she was like, calling her mom saying, where's my, I need someone to check me out because I have this nail appointment scheduled. I was like,
Boyfriends are like 39.
but the girl behind her with her,
They are sick.
fuck you, like fucking like Seth.
Yo, what
Seth
is-
is
yo-
fine. But I was like, clocked out for a fucking nail appointment. I even brought up like, okay, long story. Okay. But the girl behind her with her boyfriend, they were trying to clock out of school, which that's a thing now. You can clock in and clock out of school.
Open campus?
I don't know how to explain it, dude. It's so fucking weird. It freaks me out.
Open campus, but I made it open campus.
Hey, but no, these students don't leave until like their days at school. That's why I'm like, how can people be parents nowadays with a full-time job? Because school ends as early as 1:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, wow. We got
Elementary, middle,
high school.
dude. I was at my school. My high school was 7:45 to 3:30. And if you were not like, if you were caught outside in public, like you look like a teen passing person, truancy officers would arrest you, and then your parents would have to go to court because they're like, why were they not in school? Because like if you are not in school,
Doctor's appointment.
you have to have a note.
Oh,
Like I grew up in a whole. That's why like my head was cocked at this one teenager. No, dude, like my head was cocked at this teenager behind the Kate Spade nail appointment girl.
You kids have it so easy.
They have it so fucking easy because like this girl, I was like, you're wearing booty shorts and a tube top and you're barely 15 years old and covered in tattoos.
I got in a Splinter Cell style foot and then car chase with my campus safety officers just to go to the fucking mall and smoke a cigarette and eat French fries.
No, for me, dude, I kid you not, because I, with my director and also that, there was this old timer in the student lounge, we were talking with teachers, it's like, hey, like, we're here for you. We're here to support you. And we very much appreciate you for all you do in the community. Like, because we try to do a lot of community outreach. And so, No. We were cheaper. We did cookies and donuts, but choking, sorry. But it was free for them. But so the thing is that I'm speaking to this old timer, and I was like, I told him that story that I just told you about with this like 15-year-old, and he was like, yeah, no, these teenagers, they come to campus in full sweats, and then they change out of it once their parents drop them off or they get bus.
That's the move.
And so I was like, yeah, no, even like I was like, I'm old. Like I graduated this year. This is the years I went to high school. Like we had a very strict dress code where it's like if you come onto campus looking like that, one of the teachers are gonna rat you
We
out.
did not
But
have
for
that.
me in particular,
They dressed like it was great. You know what? No complaints. It was great.
for me in particular, one day I remember this 10th grade geometry. My geometry teacher ended up getting fired because she deserved it. Psycho bitch. So like I literally because like for some like Alex, once we hang out in person, you're gonna see this happen in real time. My freaking like jean loops hook on doors so easily, but I had a snag in my jeans from the period before, and it was like maybe the size of a dime. No big, not as big as a quarter, but maybe a dime. And my teacher, as we're doing this test, was walking up and down the desk. And then she comes up from behind me and sees this like dime hole sized like hole in my jeans that was not
Oh
purposeful,
no, the
but a
jean hole.
snag. And then she literally, it was close to my crotch. It was high up on my thigh.
Oh no.
She goes up. I kid you not. She goes up and puts her fucking finger in that hole towards my crotch. And she was like, there's a hole in your jean. Yep, she fingered me. She was like, there.
Penis? She
Pretty much, essentially.
get full circle.
But she put her.
The vaginas.
It's pretty vaginous because it was so close to my vagine.
Literally
But, like-
a vaginas.
But she was like, "There's a hole in your pants," and I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Like, I got snagged."
Felt
And,
you finger my vaginas, you pervert.
and her finger is still in my pants during this conversation. She was like, "You have to go to in-school suspension because you have a hole in your pants." I was like, "No."
Therapy immediately after for the trauma of me fingering your genus. Your vagina.
I was the one that had to get sent to the principal. I got in trouble because I had a fucking little dime-sized hole snag in my pants.
Anybody though that like
Until years later, because as a teenager, I was like, "What?"
yeah, you don't realize that it's like wait a minute, like
I was like, "Wait, that's."
she would have been in trouble. She's not supposed to like touch.
She got in trouble a year later for release. Oh no, she got in trouble a year later for literally talking out loud about someone's IEP.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Like in front of the whole class saying, "Well, so and so apparently has special needs in this class. They need extra."
Horrible.
Yeah, no, I kid you not. And so that's how she got fired that way. But I was the one that got in trouble for my teacher literally fingering me. And so like I told this story to this veteran teacher. He was like, "Yeah, I'm 1 year away from just, retiring. I'm done. Teaching's not for me anymore." And he was like, "Wait, this teacher touched you inappropriately and you got in trouble?" And I was like, "Yep." He was like, "What the fuck? If I even put my hand or even my fingers on someone's shoulder here, like saying like just a tap, I could get in legal trouble." And I was like,
yeah.
No.
Except for
I was
one
like,
time,
no.
there was this fist fight at my high school, and this one senior, like, he was a real troublemaker. Like, he was an enemy to every teacher. And this one teacher, he's a big guy, and he was just waiting for the day this fucking kid turned 18. And he was the kid who started the fight. And then he tried to start shit with this teacher. And he realized he's 18 now. Clocked him. It was beautiful. I was just sitting there eating spaghetti. And I was like, finally, Mr. So-and-so got to get him. It was self-defense. He was going to get clocked himself. Was he going to let this fucking 18-year-old do that to him? No. This kid's been causing trouble for 4 years. It was like that movie Drill Bit Taylor, where at the end, like, Owen Wilson's like, wait, he's 18? And they're like, yeah. So he's like, oh, I can kick his ass then.
No, dude, teens are so like they're unhinged nowadays.
I'm sure. They just blurt out random shit now. I see them.
No, I'm literally I have a point to this, I swear. I'm so mad still because I had to wait like 5 to 8 minutes in a fucking line at a gas station the other day because these 3 teenagers. I was like, "You guys are like," even the cashier
They're
had
like so dumb too. They can't make
they're so fucking dumb.
anything.
Like literally. So, there was 3 teenagers. One had a drink, the other had a drink, the other had a fucking cup of grapes. I'm still pissed about the cups of grapes,
Cup
dude.
of gr-
A cup of grapes. It's freaking like they were up there like trying to check out like 175, like $2 for the grapes. And so like one that was trying to check out for his drink got a phone call, answered it, walked away. And the other guy's like, "Okay, let me pay for your drink." But he was like just on his phone, not listening. He was like, "Dude, can you pay for your shit?" And then the other guy with the cup of grapes, he was like going off, like he walked off again, like just to take a fucking snap for his fucking Snapchat. Like it was like a full fucking clusterfuck. It took like 5 to 8 minutes for these fucking 3 guys to buy 2 drinks and a cup of fucking grapes.
Yeah.
Like these
this is
fuck, oh my gosh.
My friends do this, and we're maybe only have like 2 or 3 years apart, depending on which dude we're talking about. And the
Mhm.
ADD is infuriating sometimes. It's like we're just trying to buy some fucking shit, and then I'll usually end up cutting in front of them and going, "Hey, sorry, man, I'm just gonna buy my shit." And then I'll walk out to the car and I'm just waiting for them. And it's been like 10 minutes and they still haven't figured out, okay, I'm buying the Zins over here and this one's buying this drink. And oh, where's this thing? And it's like a 10 to 15 minute operation and where distractions happen, phone calls, like text messages. And I'm like, guys, what is going on here?
Like honestly, I blame the like I
Like, there
sound
are
so
people, there are other people here.
you're causing a line. Like fucking like I just want to yell at these people, but at the same time I
Well, I
fear
do.
retaliation.
Because they're my friends, and they told me to do that if they do this. Like they've given me the
Oh good.
they're like yell at me if I do this again. I'm like, all right, fair enough, will do.
If you do this to random like because like here's the fear for me, like just in general, like I don't know
I
y'all.
wouldn't yell at
Like
a
you're
random teenager. No,
no, because here's the thing.
that's some old.
No, but this is something that literally happened just a few days ago was that so on a cruise, Royal Caribbean, right? And there was this group of teenagers, like these 18-year-olds running rampant on the ship, like because their parents were there, but they were running rampant. One of them, there better be more. He's facing a felony charge, like this fucking 18-year-old, and I'm going to call him out by name, Michael White, Siler City, North Carolina.
Mr. White.
Mr. White. So apparently him like there was this like older like middle-aged couple, like a man and a woman.
All right. Like
And
the cut of his jib, they wanted him to join in.
no, but they were going up to the 8th floor. These teens jumped onto this elevator and they started causing a havoc. They're like jumping on the elevator, swinging it,
What?
and no, like I was like,
It's like
don't.
cartoonish.
Yeah, exactly. And so apparently, like the wife was like, "Hey, please stop doing that." And then they were like, "Bitch, who the fuck you talking to?" And then the man of the wife was like yelling, "Hey, stop jumping on this elevator. It's gonna possibly break it." But once they got to their floor, these teens started barricading them from getting off. Right.
Okay.
And so they had to push
Right.
through them.
That's fucked.
They had to push through them, but then they ended up like fucking attacking the man and beating him to unconsciousness. And then like I was like what like this is
What in what right
nature.
mind? Stop giving kids ADD medication instead, so I can have fun with it.
Like
Get
this
to this
fucker.
album.
They beat this thankfully because there's more than one obviously, like one at least is being charged with a felony because it's like you can't do that. You just can't like as a
You
civil
just go on a cruise and wreak havoc and jump up and down the elevator. And when they tell you to stop, you assault them. That's not right. It's not okay. They're getting the Medal of Freedom though tomorrow. I've pardoned them. They're great people. They voted for me.
because of Trump, speaking of, like a lot of cruise inspectors have been laid off. So I mean, I would be even extra more where it's like, hey, dude, don't fucking do that.
Yeah. I wouldn't go on a cruise though. Anyway,
I would because I don't like to fly. But apparently, this motherfucker was on a $5,000 bond.
oh,
The one that committed a felony.
Oh.
And I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? Like, dude, like,
lock him up.
I'm sorry.
Lock him
I'm
up.
sorry. I'm sorry, but I fucking
keep him
hate
in there.
teenagers.
Keep him in there.
I
Give
hate
him-
teenagers.
They're opening Gitmo again. Put him in there. Put him in.
Like,
Lock him up.
these these kids nowadays, holy fuck, the generation raising them fucked up big time. I'm not sorry.
What fucking what shit were those parents on? How old?
These are the Gen
Like, so 18-year-old kids, so their parents have to be what, like in their
Gen Xers. No, they have to be Gen Xers that were born in the 80s. The gimme 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 generation where it's like,
how old?
let me see. An X. Like this has to be the Gen X generation, not Gen Z.
My dad is 60 now.
Oh, he's a boomer.
See?
65 to 80. Then millennials generation Y is 81 to 96. Here's the thing. It's so inconsistent with these graphs, but at the same time, people in this time frame, usually known as Generation Y, they are the gimme gimme, where it's like the materialistic, like, growing up with the 80s, where it's like, oh, like easy peasy frozen dinner. It's like
The age of the
malls, everything,
phones and roller skates.
everything being cheap and easy to access, like
Oh yeah,
capability of getting like a car salesman job. Like it's just like
10-cent tacos, buying a house for $20.
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if also it leaked in towards the 90s as well. But still,
Yeah, but we're the microplastics generation. We got microplastics in our bowls, and they
yeah, definitely Generation X, the middle child generation.
the microplastics in our bowls generation, the millennials. They're saying
I don't know.
that there's plastics in my balls, folks. What are we gonna?
You and I are definitely elder Gen Z. Like I'm on the cusp. You are Gen Z.
We still have plastic in our balls. In my in my balls. You don't have balls. Not like metaphorically, but the anatomically.
I do have balls.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Technically, but I agree. I agree with the metaphorically.
Okay,
I agree.
Gotcha. Yep. Okay. Just making that clear, folks. Believe me, I do have plastic in my balls. It's a problem. That'd suck if it was like, when you go to like the supermarket and they grind up the plastic for the recycling, like the bottles and shit, the bottle return. If it was just like those plastic grounds just in people's nuts, like it was just that texture to you running around and just like making noise, and they're like maracas.
I just had a word.
Yeah, like little maracas, like you're still like, damn it. You can drop off your balls at the bottle deposit. I got 50 cents back for my nuts. I just emptied them out.
I paid $50,000 for the surgery to have fake nuts, but I got 50 cents back.
Yeah, it's easy. I just empty out the pouch. I get 50 cents. Like every week. It's great. It just refills. From all the TV dinners. Human men evolve to have a bottle deposit pouch where they can open their balls to get the plastic.
Zipper, like a coin purse.
Yeah. We evolved to have a little coin purse zipper. Sorry, I'll be out in a second. I'm just depositing again. I'm going on vacation next week. I got to make sure it's empty. Gonna be having a lot of tuna, and there's a lot of plastic probably from the oceans that we fucked that up. So gotta drain out my balls again. Sorry.
Thought that would be a secure place where it's like, yeah, this is where I'm gonna keep my passport, my license, my debit card, credit card.
Just recyclable plastic. That's it. That's all I got.
That's nature's coin purse right there.
Nature's coin purse. Fuck. Wanted to store my weed in there. Turns out can't do that.
You can hide the smell very easily behind the ball set.
Oh, dude, I'm very, very good about cleaning. Believe me, not that we need to talk about that.
I'm gonna say respectfully and hold your hand carefully. Your balls still have a ball set.
I don't think so. I'll find out. We'll find out, folks. I'm making a phone call. I'm making a phone call. I'm asking. I'm asking. I'm going to call. And I'm going to ask.
Every ball.
Imagine getting that.
Right.
She's like, Alex,
But
it's been how long? Hey, so like I know it's been a while and I'm sorry about everything that happened, but I just need to know. Do they smell?
But not to you. Not to you.
I don't know.
It's not to you.
I don't know. I just checked, folks.
No, even the cleanest.
Oh, I put my head down there.
Gave a little lick.
Oh,
Grossed out by your ball.
like a dog. I gave it a little lick. There's nothing there. I forgot. I'm a dog. They neutered me.
But no, I kid you not. Even the cleanest balls, for the most part, just due to human nature.
How do I get this?
They-
I go to like a random woman on the street.
I do have a secret for you to make sure they don't smell. I'll tell you off pod because I don't want my supply to get dwindled. You know what I mean?
Salts.
No, ew. But no, but I was gonna say before we end this episode, balls smell like if you take a frozen bagel out of the freezer and threw it into the microwave and heated that bagel up and you open that microwave, that smells like balls.
That's very specific.
Every time I take a frozen bagel.
Every time I smell balls, I'm like, oh, breakfast.
Like, it's easy. I don't know why, but I've been a connoisseur of balls for a long time. I've been for a long time. But that is the consensus.
Really hoping my coworkers don't listen to this show, but I'm starting to.
They better because
based on the things that I'm hearing.
But it's just like, no, men's balls, or not to assume men's balls, but in general.
Or
if you take a ladies, they, them, she's, they's, gay. Take a fruit. Free the bagel. Then take the bagel out of that freezer and heat it up in the microwave. And once you open that microwave,
lady, is this true? Or gay men, is this true? When you
them
balls, anybody who's sniffed balls, how about that? Not just ladies, not just gay. Anybody who's ever sniffed balls before, please write in. Is what Kelsey's saying true?
Try it out for yourself and confirm, because that's why I was like, oh my gosh.
Go to like a random dude at work, like, Doc, come here. I need to sniff your ball.
And that smells like the cleanest balls.
Doctor, come here. I need to balls. I'm testing something. In the bathroom, next time that there's like a conversation, one of those piss fart conversations like we talked about. This is getting gross. Hey, real quick, can I just, Kelsey was right. He's like, who the fuck was Kelsey? Why'd you just sniff my balls? Dude, I'm going to go back to work and like everyone's going to be avoiding. Every dude or person with balls is going to be avoiding me. I'm gonna be like, hey guys. They're going to be like, get away from me. Don't do.
Honestly,
they're like covering themselves. Men are like covering themselves around me. I go to the bathroom. Dude. Everybody leaves. Like we can't trust you anymore ever since we listened to your podcast.
Here's the thing, though. I would rather take a.
They're gonna call me in HR. Like, are you gonna? Do you plan on sniffing your coworker? No, for the record, no.
I would take a reheated bagel ball smell.
For the record, HR, is it true? Like, do you know? If you're listening,
because
this Kelsey, right?
Kelsey will attest to this, because Kelsey will say, there's some men out there where it's like, oh, they don't bathe every day. It's very, 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 very obvious.
That's not good.
Where it's like, I would rather say, I will take the cleanly washed yeasty bagel that got bagel ball. I would take the bagel balls over a
real
man
product, by the way.
But for real, I do not mean this in a
smell so well.
Oh, I do love a good bagel. I want a
but
bagel.
Like, you know those little bagel balls or like bagel bites? They're just little bagel balls with cream fill.
Oh my gosh, I need those. I need those in my life.
Maybe the people buying them are just ball connoisseurs who don't realize.
Maybe we see
subliminally like, I love these. I don't know why.
Yeah, we need to have pool house bagel balls, but the thing is though.
But
the bagel balls.
You're just talking
no.
mouthfuls of bagel balls.
Oh my gosh, that would be a dream. That would be such a dream. But no, I would take bagel balls any day, even like not even one day of washing because bagel balls are still there. But I would take that.
Wait for what the AI does with the auto clipping.
Well, it better be thorough. Honestly,
You know how I gotta show you the software that I've been using, but it like takes it and it puts it into automatic chapters that it titles. So I can't wait for what it's gonna call this segment.
AI terrifies me. No, but I would rather take bagel balls over. And again, I say this in a very non derogatory way. It's just the observation of what I smell in certain markets. I would rather take bagel balls over an Asian fish market.
Hey, oh no, but no, I gotcha. Cause like, listen, shit in my day.
I've seen some fishy shit too.
It ain't good.
But like this one particular guy had not just fish market, but the
Oh God, when it comes, dude, too, it's
not
what
just
are you doing? How
exactly.
Are you
I was like,
getting to this point.
I was like, it's not just fishy, but it was the.
It's just,
and I was like,
probably like wearing the same underwear every day.
I literally said, no, you need a shower now. And he's like, why? I'm like, you fucking
Get a shower twice, 3 times.
with bleach.
Thrice. With bleach. Ow. He's in there like,
With
ow, ow,
fucking-
ow, 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 ow.
Let's get some acid to dissolve your skin
He's
because
like, my pubes are
that
blonde
bad.
now. What happened?
No, he needs acid just to dissolve his skin.
So it's brought to you by Manscaped ball powder. Don't they have like a ball soap or something?
I don't got
Yeah,
balls.
they have a ball soap now from Manscaped. Yeah, men out there, gentlemen, we have the technology.
Maybe I could.
I use a product.
Maybe
You know what? I'm saying too much. This is oversharing. I use a product because they make that deodorant now that's for everywhere. Yeah, and they market it and they put for everywhere. So you know.
you ball it up.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Listen, gentlemen, you got to take care of that situation. That's a little word of advice from me to you, or people with balls in general. I'm sorry. We live in a new world.
I just use Thai crystal for my deodorant, and I'm very lucky and I'm very happy.
What is that?
Oh, well, hey, Thai crystal. We got a tag in the post.
Drug?
Shout out. No, it's literally alum salts. That is a solid rock of salts that you have to wet underwater. And then you put it in areas like you rub, and do it under your pits, other areas, and you just don't stink. You still sweat, but you just don't stink.
Really?
It's a miracle. No, it's just I don't know, but
Only $6, $4. Holy fuck.
it's like $3 here.
Dude, that's cheap.
Yeah, it lasts a long time.
Deodorant's like fucking $15 for a little stick.
Granted, this shit isn't antiperspirant, but
Good thing my ex-girlfriend left her prescription strength deodorant here. I can use that for a little while.
no, it's
Sorry,
for
wow, I shouldn't have said that. That's really God. We gotta end this shit. That's wow, mean.
yeah, we do because a little Kels gotta go sleep here.
I am so sorry.
But I definitely I mean, the more people that buy it, the price is probably gonna go up, especially with tariffs.
And I mean,
probably bulk buy. You need to get off of that domestic shit. You need to kind of try out
No, dude, I'm using my ex-girlfriend's prescription strength.
or prescription strength.
Dude, it's strong. It's great. It lasts like 2 days.
My gosh.
This is gel, but it's in a bar. It smells so good.
Wish we had video format so you could see my face and eyes right now, but
No, I feel it with the silence. Like I feel the static, or I hear the static too. So I'm like, oh shit, wow. She's like,
I'm just like, dude, you gotta try out the crystal. You gotta try.
Will once I'm all out of. No, I won't say it again.
No. Just order it before the tariffs kick up, because that shit's gonna go up very.
It's gonna go from $6 to $69.
Yeah, no, seriously, do it now. Anyone that's listening, stock up now.
Okay.
Stock up now.
I'll go to CVS tomorrow.
You have to order it, fortunately, off of a particular.
They sell it locally.
Okay, send me the link
I
so I
found it
can
on
approve
DoorDash.
it. Send me the link so I can approve it.
Oh,
Yay! But this has been the Pull House.
this has been the Bull House, folks. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be so great. We love you, and you're very special. You're very, very special. Melania, I miss you. I will continue using your prescription deodorant because you left me in the hospital. I mean, what? Anyways, guys, we love you. You're very special. We'll see you on the next one.
I'll see you on the flippity flop.
Taken out before then. Just kidding. We love you.
So we don't get iced.
And they're sending me back to my mom's womb. Well,
President Trump, everything's just
Yeah,
satire.
we actually love. We're totally.
We love.
I voted twice this past year. I voted for him twice.
We voted for him 25 times.
I voted for him
because
4.
you only did 4. I did 25. Because I'll tell.
4? I meant 400. I misspoke. I voted for him 400 times. Like, I went to multiple counties. Like, I had to do my part. Elon told me to. He gave me a lump sum of cash.